Well, the first lesson is that Lourdes you can't explain. Lourdes must be lived. People that have been persecuted and they found here a shelter. People that had no health and found here health. People that discovered here their vocation to priesthood, to medicine, to whatever profession. People do have hope, and they understand that here they can trust their hope in the hands of a mother that understands the most secret and inner part of their hearts. And that's what we share here in Lourdes day after day, and I'm sure also after I'm going to leave.
People ask, why do we come to Lourdes? Well, people come to Lourdes generally on pilgrimage because there is a very, very long history of bringing the sick to Lourdes. I mean, in the popular imagination, it's all about miracles. It's not about, lots and lots of miraculous things with a capital M. It's about bringing people to a place where things are the right way round. You put in a primacy of place those who are sick, those who require care, and that sits perfectly with what the Order of Malta is about. It's about putting ourselves as members of the Order and volunteers for the Order at the service of Our Lords, the poor and the sick.
I'm Father Stephen, and I'm a chaplain of the Order of Malta. I also lead the pilgrimage to Lourdes every year, which is an enormous joy. Our job is to accompany the pilgrims, all of them, our guests principally, but also our volunteers, to lead the worship and to be, in a sense, symbolic of the presence of God in the pilgrimage. Now, that's a tall order, but we also enjoy the pilgrimage ourselves a great deal. When we get here, of course, our destination has everything. This is Our Lady's shrine. There's so much to do and to see, and our programme is packed full. One of the big events on the Lourdes pilgrimage is the Blessed Sacrament procession. As we all walk behind the monstrance and receive benediction, is the moment where most of the documented miracles have taken place. Not at the grotto, not in the Marian procession, but during the Blessed Sacrament procession.
Well, it's very strange for me as my first pilgrimage as Grand Master. It's not my first time in Lourdes, this is my 27th time. Sadly, the thing I miss the most, I think, is not having a malade. Having a malade changes the pilgrimage very much. For those of us who are the caregivers, I certainly get much more out of coming here than I give.
My father was president of the British Association when I was growing up. He'd be delighted to think that a child of his was president, but perhaps a bit surprised that it was a female. I first came to Lourdes, I was only 17. I've really been coming virtually ever since. It's almost a part of my DNA, really.
My name is Fra Max Rumney. I am a Professor Knight in the Order of Malta. I'm also Grand Prior of England, and it's very important that people understand that this is a religious order and the importance of the Catholic faith in the context of looking after our Lords, the sick and the poor. You cannot do one thing or the other. I think you need to understand that you have to express your faith by caring for the sick and the poor, and by caring for the sick and the poor, you express your faith.
I'm Hanya. I'm a consultant respiratory physician and in general medicine. I'm the head doctor, and I've been coming to Lourdes for many years. We have a wonderful medical team. We've got 4 doctors, we've got 9 nurses, and we're looking after 35 guests this year.
My name is Christine Furness, and I'm a GP, and I've been coming for a few years. It's a fantastic opportunity to be part of a charity that actually got a good sense of purpose, which allows me to also express my faith without fear of judgment. It's just invaluable.
I've been to Lourdes now continuously since 1978. I was hospitaller for 6 years and ended up now running the laundry.
And Peter said, if you're going to marry me, you better see what is important to me. Come out to Lourdes.
And so poor Charlotte was dragged along, assuming that she would enjoy it too, and she has.
I'm Michelle Beau. I serve as the ambassador to Palestine, and I also serve as the president of Holy Family Hospital Foundation. I like to be in Lourdes because we enter a different time, which is God's time. We slow down, live the life of the malade. We can accompany them, and we can help them share their story.
My name's Emily Barron, and I'm a volunteer with the Order of Malta. I come to Lourdes mainly because I think it, for me, is the place where faith makes the most sense, because you're here to sort of do the work. It's a chance to spend a week helping other people, not thinking about oneself, thinking about how one can be of service. And sort of as a result, you come away feeling absolutely extraordinary.
My name is Marcin Świerat. I am the Hospitaller of the Polish Association, member of the Order, volunteer of the Order since 1991. During the conflict on Ukraine from 2014, we are teaching first aid, and we created together with the Ukrainians first aid teams. For instance, in Mariupol, the volunteers stay on place and they serve the people. They saved a lot of human lives.
My name is Jose J. Centurion. I'm the hospitaller for the Cuban Association over the last 20 years. In Cuba, it's been pretty hard. Everything has been closed. We've been able to manage the soup kitchens. Right now we're maybe between 40 and 50, feeding close to 500,000 meals a year. And it's been rough, but it's getting done.
I'm Eleanor Maxwell, and I am the Lourdes Pilgrimage Secretary. We start preparing in September for the following May. And something always happens that it just has a sort of a flow. I think some of the most lovely moments for me are just those moments where you have that sharing that happens other places too, but there's a very special thing about doing that in Lourdes.